Hey now, we're back in the game. So today, guys, we're going to dissect this R.Kelly situation, not go into detail, but I put together some similarities with the Bill Cosby case and the R.Kelly case, and then I came to a conclusion that will make you say, What's up, YouTube land? I'm back in the game with another video. Welcome back to my channel, J-Rock TV. Let's just go ahead and jump into this commentary. Real quick, I want to talk about something that came to my mind, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about what I'm about to say, because I just came across this. I put the two together and separated the dynamics between the two, and this is just how I feel. Now, we know that Bill Cosby is behind bars now for something that he's done, or that he did rather, way back in the days. He did some treacherous things to women. He deserves to be behind bars, and he needs to do his time. I really get that. R.Kelly is someone that should have been behind bars a long time ago, but he was able to escape the prosecution process and live his life as he planned. But when I look at the Cosby case, it seems that there were more white victims than there were black victims. But when you look at R. Kelly's case, they're black. All right, now I know that there was one white girl that made some type of statement saying that she was a victim. I believe it was one white girl, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys know what I'm alluding to, just drop down in the comments and correct me, because I'm not afraid to be corrected. But I think it was one white girl. And no, she wasn't a part of the Lifetime series, but I think it was alleged in some documentation that came out in a newspaper, or some major media network actually put that out. But anyway, what I'm saying is, I believe that if R. Kelly victims were a certain percentage of white females, if it was even 3 to 4 white females, let me back up, player, because it probably would only take one white female to have put R. Kelly behind bars, especially if a white female was on that tape that came out, and he did the things that he did to the black girl, which was Sparkle's niece. If he had done that to a white girl, it would have been over. He would have been prosecuted a long time ago and probably still in jail. You never know. And I come to the conclusion that the system is built against us to keep us oppressed, to keep us from reaching the highest height when it comes to having careers, owning businesses. But it's also designed to say, hey, if y'all want to kill yourself, go ahead. That's why we put out rap music. That's why artists get signed to do records and convey a negative message to the youth and actually act on it in the streets. And they're doing nothing but exterminating our own race. And, white people are not going to say anything about that. But what they will do is defend it from coming into their race, because they are not going to tolerate you thinking that you're going to come and exterminate their race. It's fine to do it amongst yourselves. It's fine to manipulate young black women. It's okay, long as you don't touch ours. And I think that the government allows certain things to happen in the black community because they know that the things that R. Kelly has done to women, it has probably psychologically messed up a few of them for the rest of their lives. So what do you have in them? You have nothing. You have no motivation. You have a person that doesn't want to achieve the highest goals possible. And that's what the government wants for the African American community. So R. Kelly has done them a favor by affecting young black women to not have the motivation to go out here and make something of themselves, which fits into their plan. And, you know, I hope you guys see where I'm coming from, because that's just how I feel. I feel this way. But, you know, with Cosby trying to buy NBC, you're trying to buy this station from these white folks. They were already offended by that. Then you have someone in Bill Cosby who put himself in his position as far as doing these things to women that he shouldn't have been doing from the get-go. And so that just sets you up to be made out of an example. The father that was portraying this life of a middle class black family, or more than middle class, you know, he's a doctor, his wife's a lawyer, and they're not showing you that every black family comes from the ghetto experience, or that you can make it out of that experience and become this as far as like a powerful black couple. And they're like, America's dad, America's TV black dad. We're going to make a fool out of him. He put himself in this position. And you had the nerve to do it to our white folks, our white women. No, we're going to make an example out of you and you're going to go to jail. R. Kelly did all this stuff to African American women and no one seems to care. What is this documentary going to do? What is this going to actually... I mean, there's nothing that documentary put out, in a sense, that we didn't know or already had heard. And see, I want to make this point. R. Kelly needs to be institutionalized and in prison for what he's done. But you have to look at the difference between black America and white America. See, you have to ask yourself this. Why have none of the girls that were with Hugh Hefner, that went through a similar situation, that were held as slaves, that were denied food, why haven't they come to the forefront to expose Hugh, especially while he was alive? Why? Why did they remain silent? Why? Because it's okay for someone in Hugh, as a white man, to disrespect and violate his own race. But you're not going to do it, black man. How dare you try to implement your dark and twisted fantasies upon our white females? But no one came and spoke up about Hugh. No one said a damn thing. The dynamic in this situation is that Bill Cosby went down because he was dealing with a few white women that he actually drugged and then manipulated them physically. And then you have the nerve to approach a network in NBC talking about buying it. Oh no, you out of pocket, brother. You are out of pocket. That's not fitting to happen. Ain't gonna be able to do it. That's what them white folks was thinking. And they made an example out of him. But like I said, guys, you have to be very careful out here, especially us as African Americans. No shade to white people, because this is not a racist channel. But we have situations where we have to make sure that we govern ourselves accordingly and make the right moves and the right decisions to keep us afloat. And the government doesn't have our best interest in hand. So when you look at that and you look at all the hip hop music that has killed our young men and women, and you look at all the drugs that our men and women have taken just because of the peer pressure of hip hop and beyond, guys, it's just not only food that is the black genocide. It's in the music. It's in the way we think. we were brought up in a sense. I know I was. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I was brought up in a sense in my neighborhood that reading a book was corny, when actually reading a book is what got me where I am today. You were looked down upon because you had your mindset on studying and getting an education, right? So, but the cool thing is busting somebody's side of the head, rolling this blunt, drinking these 40s, running up on somebody. You can't look at somebody a certain way without having to get into a squabble, having to get into a fight. So that's the cool thing. And it's genocide. It's what white people allow black people to go in the studio and put out there for our young kids to listen to that affects our culture on a day-to-day basis. I'm telling you, I mean, it's so sad. But anyway, guys, I promised myself I was not going to go over 10 minutes with this, and look at what I did. Be sure to like this video, share this video, and also if you're new here, welcome to the channel and subscribe to the channel. And also don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of when I drop my next video, guys. You stay up and be blessed. Peace.